Hey everybody, this is Dougie080. Welcome to a behind the scenes for this flaming raccoon bait level that I made in Super Mario Maker. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the level code up on the screen right now so you guys can try it out before you watch me talk about it. I made this in the time when I didn't have a capture card, so I don't have myself actually building the level, but I can go into it and I can show you guys why I did some of the choices that I did. This is a pretty cool level. I'm super happy with the way that it turned out. Alright, so here we are. This is Flaming Raccoon Bait, a level that I made that I think is probably my favorite level that I've actually put together in Super Mario Maker. There's a number of really interesting design choices that I put in here that I think are really cool. There's quite a few secrets, there's quite a few things that you can do in here. My initial idea for this level was to make a slow-scrolling level with some kind of challenge to it. Whenever I thought of slow-scrolling levels, I thought of kind of silly, boring levels that aren't interesting. So I wanted to take a slow-scrolling level and make it more interesting. So the way that I did this, I liked the idea how when Cheep Cheeps fall in the lava, they catch on fire. They're fire Cheep Cheeps, and I thought that was really cool of a mechanic. And after playing around with it a little bit more, I liked how, like I said, how the Cheep Cheeps caught on fire, and I thought that was a neat way to build suspense for a level, so that you had to use Raccoon Mario to get rid of the Cheep Cheeps before there were simply too many Cheep Cheeps to deal with. And I put, like I said, several interesting design choices in here. At the start, you're given everything you need at the start. You're given a POW block. We'll get a little bit to this POW block a little bit later. But whenever you first start this level, you're gonna notice that you get a raccoon leaf. And I hope you're good with the raccoon leaf if you're playing this level the way it's meant to be played. And I'm doing awful here, but I put an extra raccoon leaf there so you can get it if you need. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm a little bit better than this. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. But, like I said, the idea was to give yourself a raccoon leaf right away. See if I can actually still play it the way it's meant to be played. Let's take these guys out. Oh my goodness. So that's basically the challenge, is to take out these guys before there's too many. But of course, if you get hit once, you lose your ability to, take more out. So I had to work around this by putting more raccoon leaves, and I added a couple of POW blocks too, so you can throw POW blocks at them. POW blocks, of course, aren't as useful as the raccoon leaf at taking them out, but it is something that you can do. And I wanted to put enough elements on the screen so that you can actually have a chance, even if you lose your raccoon leaf, your raccoon tail. And this right here was one of them. And there's an interesting mechanic that I kind of put in. I don't know how well it worked, but I wanted your what's it called? I'm focusing. I'm super hardcore focusing. I wanted your power-ups to be kind of a resource management. Like, whenever you get hit, there's invincibility frames that you have, right? So if you time it just right, you're able to get hit and have a couple of invincibility frames that actually take out some of these Cheep Cheeps that are super overwhelming if there's too many on the screen. So it's basically, as long as you're able to survive and hit these freaking Cheep Cheeps. But like I said, I'm gonna show you this POW block here that I added at the very beginning. I wanted there to be multiple ways to beat this level, because I know not everybody is super great at using the raccoon tail, and hitting a Cheep Cheep that's on fire is a little bit difficult. So if you notice, when it starts, the POW block lands right so you can throw it at the first Lakitu that's throwing the Cheep Cheeps. So it's like super duper easy mode where you're only having to deal with just kind of the level hazards during the first part. I had, you probably saw a cheap fall right there, and that's because this level was supposed to be a little bit harder than it ended up being. And I can show that to you right now. I had these cheaps up here on these rails, and it didn't actually work out the way that I wanted to, but I think the level actually works better because of this. I think if these guys had fallen the way that they were supposed to, there would have just been too many cheaps on screen to deal with. And let's see if I can get it to work. I had those rails there. Actually, we could do this. Let's come over here. Where do they start falling? Right here? Let's go. Let's put Mario right here. I had those rails there because I didn't want them to fall and appear on the left side of the screen, because that's where Mario is most of the time. And when I had them over there, it was like so many enemies were just showing up out of nowhere. And it didn't feel super fair to me. Even though this level is pretty pretty evil as it is, it didn't feel right. So I wanted the rails to kind of lead the cheaps to show up on the left side instead of the right side. But I ended up putting too many rails, and they kind of just despawned off the screen. There we go. That's what I was talking about with the invincibility frames. But that was one way that you could get rid of the Lakitu. There was another way. There's several different ways that you can get rid of the Lakitus in this level. There's a number of places that you can jump up high enough to jump on top of the Lakitu. Right here is another part, like where I put that cheap. If you can get up there, you can finally jump on top of that Lakitu. And I don't think you can get to this second Lakitu. I don't remember. Yes, you can. If you can get up here, which is really tricky. I probably should have scooted this pipe over just a little bit, but I guess I didn't, so it made it a little bit harder to get up there. And this Lakitu actually throws leaves at you, so to prepare you for the last area, which is one of my favorite parts of this level. I wanted this last part of the level to feel like when is it going to end? This is keep going on and on and on. I want it to end now, and I think it ends just early enough before you throw your controller across the screen. Throw your controller across the room, rather. I don't know how you would throw it across the screen. But this was initially the way that I wanted you to beat it, was to have this Lakitu constantly throwing guys at you. And I liked how, as long as you're careful about your positioning, you're able to kind of dodge his cheaps that he throw at you. And this part, I put these springs up here so that you can actually see the guys bouncing around before they just fall on you. Originally, they did just fall, but that was a little bit too much. Like, you had no idea they were coming. They would always come out of nowhere and just absolutely murder your face. And you can use that shell to get rid of the guys. Oh, yikes! Whoa! This level! I love this level! It's so good! It's so good! Gonna get rid of those, If I can... that one's... Whoa! Whoa! Oh, okay! Oh, this level's so intense! I love it! And by the time the second guy comes out, it's just all kinds of crazy. But this, I kind of compensated by giving you a few more options to dealing with your situation. Let me get hit. Let me grab this, and I'll use these invincibility frames to take out a few of the jerk dudes. I'll throw that POW block. Perfect. And this guy right here, he's gonna throw... Get it, nice! So you don't want to kill that guy, but if you want to, you could actually kill him and take his cloud and defeat the other Lakitus up there. So there's even more choice right here. But if you just want to kind of hang out at the end, I'm actually doing really good. Oh my gosh, I'm doing super. Yeah, I made it to the end with the raccoon tail. What? I've never done that before. And of course, you get one little firework for your troubles. But I had such a good time making this level, and I hope you guys enjoy playing it. I'm absolutely going to make a harder version of this. The original version had all the Lakitus up here, so you couldn't even see the Lakitus. They were just throwing guys at you. You had no idea how many they were. You had no idea where the fish were coming from. But like I said, I wanted that challenge so that you knew that you can actually take these guys out. It is possible. If you can figure out how to do it, then you are able to do it. See how they just kind of fall from the ceiling, from the upper area? And I really like that design. I think it gives you just enough time to see a falling fish from the top of the screen. And I think, like I said, I really like how this level came out. It's probably my favorite. At the last minute, however, I did end up adding a few more leaves, and I think the overall experience isn't necessarily taken away, but it's made a little bit easier for those of you who might not particularly like super difficult levels. I am absolutely going to make a harder version of this, but I really wanted to upload kind of an easier one so everyone can get a kick out of it and have a good time and flame some raccoon baits. You can use these guys. See how these shells are able to take out the fish for you. So even if you do lose your raccoon tail, there are ways to deal with it. There are ways to deal with it. Oh yikes! Not if you run directly into spikes though. Not recommended for your survival. But I guess if you want to do that, it's fine. Yikes. So I always wanted... Oh! That wasn't supposed to happen. Great. And over here, if you're able to bounce off of this guy, I have one final leaf in there. But if you bring that spring with you towards the very end, which that's very unlikely, but if you happened to bring it here, you can get this leaf. That's not a leaf. I thought I put a leaf in there. Maybe I changed it last minute, but you know, it's good. It's good. I had so much fun making this level. Like I said, I'll put the level code at the start, and I'll put it again at the end, just so you guys can try it out. I put so much thought into this, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoy this type of thing, the whole behind the scenes of Mario Maker levels. There's another one that I made that was really cool, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably do it anyway, because I like explaining my levels and showing them off a bit. And yeah, enjoy Flaming Raccoon Bait. I do want to do multiple versions of this. I tried it in the Super Mario World mode, but I think with Super Mario World, the Lakitus are definitely going to have to be off screen, and maybe the cape's just a little bit more powerful than the raccoon tail. Just a little bit. And of course, I put the arrows right there to let you know there's danger. There's danger afoot. Danger afoot! There we go. Oh, I love it. This level took so long to make. But I totally think it's worth it. It's totally worth it. The one that I'm gonna like the most, I really want to do a version with the new Super Mario Bros. U style, but that one's gonna take a little bit more work to do, since the flippy cap doesn't exactly give you, things. You can't actually fight these guys with the flippy cap. Maybe if it's a series of jumping from block to block, that's a thing. Maybe I could do that. Staying up in safe areas, learning when to jump. Oh, that's an idea. That isn't the idea that I had, but it is a thing. Like I said, guys, enjoy this. Okay, the link will be in the description. Let me know what you guys thought about it and all that good stuff. I'm gonna, now that I finally have a working capture card, I'm gonna try to do more Mario Maker stuff for you guys. But yeah, that was Flaming Raccoon Bait. Take it easy, guys. I've been Doug080. Thank you very much for watching. Hoppin' Doggy 080. I usually. That's a thing. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.